Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and today I'm in the little town of Horse Cave, Kentucky. And right downtown here, they have a cave that you can take a tour of. It's the Hidden River Cave, which I'm going to do. But this place is different in a couple ways. Number one is that it's not a show cave, so it doesn't have the type of formations you normally find in caves. It's more of a functional cave for water collection and water extraction for drinking water for the city. And the other thing is that they also have the American Cave Museum. This is the only cave I've been to that has its own cave museum. And it's not a museum about this particular cave, it's just a museum about your typical cave that you will find anywhere in the country. They also have rappelling tours and zip line, other attractions here as well. So let's go in and I'll show you around. This is the cave system. So it is a long, intense cave. And in addition to the regular tours, they have special cave adventure tours where you have to wear a helmet and you're going to get really dirty. Here they're walking through some kind of muck, and there's places where you have to crawl. So that one I'm not going to do. Before I do my cave tour, I'm going to go through the museum, show you what's in here. Sometimes they find these caves when they're searching for underground water storage that has collected, and instead of water they find a cave, and sometimes they find both. This is interesting. They got various interesting displays that you can read about if you're interested in that. Here's a really big drawing that shows how there are underground water lakes and rivers. Now I think this is the first indoor cave art or recreation that I've seen. I don't remember any place, you see those soda straws, where they have recreated cave formations inside a building, but then this is also the only cave that has a museum like this. See that big column? Nice. They did a good job on that. Here's some more underground water education. I never actually thought about that. But that's why the waters don't rise permanently, pretty much, when there's heavy rains. A lot of it just settles way underground. And these are the various aspects of caves. Some are used for food storage because of the cool, humid temperatures. And mining, of course. Here's the other side of that cave recreation, which you can see from the sidewalk as you walk by the building. This tells about prehistoric cave explorers, saltpeter and Kentucky caves. I'll have to read about the saltpeter part. I don't know how that comes into play. The early history of Mammoth Cave, and I will be going to Mammoth Cave in a couple days, which is a national park, the world's longest is Mammoth Cave. And I noticed in Missouri, Kentucky, Tennessee, there are just numerous caves. If you want to see all of them, it's going to take you quite a while. But much as I like caves, I am not going to see all of them. Only a few, at least on this trip. This is truly cave country. Here's the column from the bottom looking up. Wow. And they've got more cave recreations along this wall. This tells about the bats, various cave animals, which are all very, very tiny and nasty looking, or dangerous, I should say. Aquatic troglobites. Never heard of that terminology. You'll also notice they tend to be white and blind. And from the bottom floor of the museum is the entrance to the cave. Go down these steps, and there it is. And look what's around it. The city, buildings and stores. Wow, this is kind of a dramatic sight. How about that?
So this is a limestone cave. And what that means is this is an ancient ocean bed, basically. About 300 million years ago, there was a shallow ocean here, okay? And the crushing power of this water on top of all this seawater compressed it all down and formed this limestone. Really cool fossils in here, like brachial pods. This would have been a plant top animal. They filtered seawater. Coral. Oh my gosh, yeah, they were everywhere yesterday. See him right there? He's lost his tail though. Something might have bit it off or something. I don't know. So we'll be careful not to scorch him.
Well, I can hear the water running down there. So I'm about halfway down.
Mostly in the winter months, generally. We just have a lot more rain where you have one that's maybe 3-4 feet higher if you're on the rain. Kind of a lot.
These are the old stairs that they used to use.
Old concrete, not even concrete, because they're spoken to the rock.
It was installed here in 1893. Just a terrible environment for it to be in, so it's in bad shape. But and these strategically placed in this water will leave it a really good location. These rocks water in here.
Here's some pretty deep water.
Losing some of his pigment already. It's here from the surface crawfish that get washed in, and also the back crawfish. Oh, and before anybody else notices, this is a dog. These are tall prints from my dog that's in here. We don't have any saber-tooth.
This is a really big dome room. And the ceiling is caked with mud. He said there's been times when this entire room was filled with water from when they had flooding, heavy rains. The room's so big I can't get it all in the video. We got this big bridge that grows across here. There's a river down there. And this is all a mud bank from when the water was a lot higher. See those cracks in the mud? Here's some more equipment I've been using to work down here. Maybe building the handrails, etc. Look at these huge boulders over there.
And the river does continue on another 4 miles.
This is the end.
Eventually it sumps out. Definitely.
So this is the end of the tour where we head back.
Because then you could have
You see those string lights.
bad things happen. Kind of like the poor.
Here's some old tools that they found rusting away. They've got a really nice gift shop. And they've got these magnet rocks, and look at all these. And here's a really nice sculpture out of a tree trunk. There is the cave entrance and museum building. And they have public parking lots here. When I pulled into here last night about 4:30, the only sign I saw was this one saying public parking. So I went in and asked about the tours. So I got the first tour this morning. I just pulled into a random spot and then just stayed there all night with no problem. Then this morning I saw this sign. So I guess they're not checking up on RVs, which is good. I mean, I got a nice parking spot for the night, just a few steps away from where I needed to be. So if you come here, that's what I would suggest you do. Hope you enjoy this unusual tour. Good day, folks.